Welcome to Hood Champion Boxing and Sports. In boxing, you find a way to win or you find a way to lose. Watch the Terence Crawford return to the sport of boxing. Why? Because he can get that Wu-Tang cream, cha-ching ching, dollar dollar bill, yo. Can you blame him for retiring? Man was never appreciated. Putting on my shoes while I run my mouth. He was never appreciated. He was always disrespected. Even though he handled business in the ring. He was never caught up in no drama, never caught up in no controversy. Never no bullshit with his wife, with his children. Nothing. But they didn't appreciate him. People talking about Crawford should have fought one more time. Somebody tell me, why should Crawford have fought one more time? One more time to do what? You know what I'm saying? You know, I watch boxing like a lot of y'all. And I 100% believe that Terence Crawford really wanted to get all the big fights back when he was younger, back when you could say he was really in his prime, because he still looks good, but he's not in his prime. And I do believe, man, he had a tough time getting fights. I mean, he didn't get them. They could say he wasn't marketable. He didn't talk too much. He wasn't personable. They can say whatever they want. But one thing people can't say is Terence Crawford can't fight. And that's what I think the issue was. Because they knew Terence Crawford would whip their ass. So now that he's here, and tying my damn shoe. Damn. Now that he's here, he's done with the sport of boxing. People want to show him love now. Now you want to talk about coming and fight one more time? That shit's over, people. Man went up to 168, did the business against Canelo. I understand he didn't go fight, 3, 4 people to become undisputed at 168. He got the 4-for-1 deal. But, that's what happens, especially in this era of boxing. It's kind of weird. But, they make these dream matches. There's so much money out there. There's a demand for something. These guys have the ability to make these fights. And they have the resources to make it, so they did. But even with Crawford beating Canelo, I understand the drama between him and only the WBC. Crawford didn't have a problem paying anybody. Just the WBC. They're the ones who wanted a little bit more. And really only the fly on the wall knows. We don't know. All we know is a little bullshit we hear on social media. But the bottom line is, if I hear that it's 4 sanctioning bodies, 3 of them took the money that Crawford gave them, makes me wonder why the 4th one didn't. If there was only 1 that took the money and 3 didn't, then I would sit here and say, okay, it's probably something on Terence Crawford. But when you have 4 of them and you get a 75% success rate, and then for some reason you got this outlying factor here, the WBC, who just wants what they want, you got to stop and look at the WBC. So for everybody who's looking at Crawford saying something like, oh, he's cheap, he's wrong, he's trashing tradition, he doesn't respect the legacy of boxing, he's been paying sanctioning fees his whole career, now he wants to come and not pay anything. Look, if only the fly on the wall could talk, but even Crawford said he had no problem paying them, but they wanted, more. What makes you special? And I agree with that. Well, I got to pay you more. Now, that's without me getting into the weeds. But if you look now, for anyone out there who's thinking that Terence Crawford is going to return to the ring in 6 months, man, you better forget that shit. That man dropped them belts. Not just the WBC. The WBO now is gone. All them belts gone. Crawford is, no kidding, in retired status. And now you're going to start seeing other fighters come and try to fight for these titles that he vacated. Now, all these rumors about Terence Crawford and Canelo still going to have a rematch, this is all strategy and they're setting us up and people shouldn't believe this. Hey, yo, to that I say, in the most respectful way, Hold your horses and stop taking it to the stupid. Man, look, I love a good conversation. I love bullshit. I love to stretch the truth. I love to make shit up sometimes just to have fun, just to stir the pot. But let's not take it to the goddamn stupid. Canelo, you can just look and see Canelo after he fought Crawford. Canelo is not trying to come out here and go back on some warpath and try to come out here and one by one pick up goddamn belts again. Canelo like, man, I'm done. Man, been putting in work for a long time. Fighting professionally for a long time. As a kid, man, fighting grown men, getting the bing bings put on him. Even the fight, he was winning the fight, he's getting hit by grown men since he was a goddamn teenager, man. Canelo ain't trying to come out here, man, get back on no victory tour and shit and become undisputed at 168. Whatever agreement he has with Turkey Al-Sheikh, we'll see what happens with Canelo. He'll finish that out. Maybe he keeps fighting. I don't know. One thing we know is Canelo likes money, but I tell you what Canelo loves more than anything else is having his faculties intact. Being able to go home, he has a newborn, he has small kids. All the money in the world doesn't mean shit if you can't sit there, man, and recognize your children and speak to your children and control your bodily functions. Who wants to be walking around their whole life, shaking and trembling and stuff like that? But, these are fighters. These guys here choose a career path. That's what they choose to do, and they accept the consequences that come with it. But all that money doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. So if anyone's expecting Canelo to come out here and throw himself in there with a Hamza Shiraz or with a David Benavidez, or maybe he'll go and fight Jaya Pataya, to that I say, in the most respectful way, you finish the rest. You know where I'm going with that. He's not going to do it. So Canelo's chilling, Crawford's chilling. But you got to look and see what's going to bubble up next at 168 and 160. The fact that we didn't get Crawford and Ennis, why would you? Why would you? Crawford is up. Crawford is the face of damn boxing. Well, I'm not going to say that. He was pound for pound number one. He and Usyk, you can argue 1 and 2, but even Usyk says Crawford's number one. Crawford was number one. Why would he come out here and mess with Boots? As far as the face of boxing, that's still Canelo. Crawford beat the face of boxing, but that doesn't mean that he supplanted him. Nah. But Crawford is one of the many faces of boxing, but Canelo is the face of boxing. You know what Crawford should do right now? This is just my opinion. Take a deep breath, blow that out, fart real loud, burp real loud, blow his fucking nose, take a nice hot shower, eat some fried rice and chicken wings, and say, man, fuck everybody. Got my kids here. I got my family. I got my real friends here. I got a bunch of goddamn money. I got investment properties. Any and everything I want in life I have. But the number one thing that I have, more importantly than anything, is I have control of my body, control of my life. I can speak. I can comprehend. I have a healthy slate here. I go in for physicals. They're like, man, you about to be 40. You making 40 look like the new 20. That's what matters. Health is wealth, people. I hear wishing Crawford to get back in the ring. Nah. Didn't appreciate him while he was there boxing. He's right. Boxing fans don't deserve him, man. They just trash him. And I'll be honest with you. I watched him like, what did Crawford do? He got a little chip on his shoulder. Yeah, but I've never seen Crawford out here disrespecting fans and being foul to fans. I never seen Crawford out here not showing respect. I never seen Crawford doing anything that I would think was, crossing the line. I'm not aware of that. On Twitter, you talk shit to him, he'll talk shit back. But even Crawford knows he goes on there to have fun. He's not the kind of guy that'll go into your DMs and F you, you B word. I hope you have a horrible New Year and Christmas. Like, he ain't doing that shit like certain person. There's a certain person who does that. It's not him. But there's somebody out here who does that. So I don't understand why they were like that with him. All this man did was get in the ring and try to do the business and dominate. So they didn't appreciate him. Now you may say, all right, we hear all that. Do you think he'll come back? What would it take to get him back in the ring? I don't know. Crawford's not stupid. But if he walks away for a year, not a big deal to me because he's used to taking a year off in between fights. So who knows if somehow he goes away, the demand for him to fight again goes up. Somebody throws 9 figures at him, he'll probably take it and come back. My thing is, who would he come back for? What's out there for him? 168, 160. I don't know. One thing we know, he don't care about no title fight. And even he said that for the right money, he'll come his ass out of retirement. Crawford's all about his Wu-Tang cream, cha-ching, ching, dollar bill, yo. But it's got to be 9 figures. Got to be 150 million, something crazy. And I think he would take it. Does he need it? No. But would he take it? Probably. Crawford greedy as shit. That motherfucker takes some money. But it ain't going to be no 50, 60 million. You throw 150 million at Crawford be like, shit. Here we go. Win, lose, draw, whatever. Get that 150 million and chill. Him being undefeated, Crawford being undefeated, that is not his crowning jewel. I'm telling y'all think Crawford cares about that undefeated record. Crawford don't give a shit. If you can beat him, you get all the credit in the world. Crawford's like Keith Thurman when it comes to that. But you better believe it ain't going to be easy. Look at how he's looking at his age right now. People can say, oh, well, he hand-selected his opponents. All right, you say that. That's pretty damn genius for Crawford to have, 30-something plus fights. And for him to have been able to handpick all of those opponents. Matter of fact, while I'm talking, right? Because it's crazy that people will say shit like this, but I'm going to look it up. Because I do think it's crazy. It's for someone to come out here, but I want to get it right since I'm about to make a point here. I think it's ridiculous. Okay, so let me show you. All right, here it is. Right? Terence Crawford, 42 fights, 31 knockouts, 73% KO ratio, right? All I'll say is this. What a genius Terence Crawford had to be to figure out a way in 42 fights to be able to hand pick, hand select 42 opponents so he can get easy wins. Hey, yo, Terence Crawford, to that I say, in the most respectful way, good job. And for those who believe that shit to be true, hey, yo, hold your horses and stop taking it to the stupid. Crawford hand-selected all 42 of his opponents. If y'all want to say, maybe with this person, 1 or 2 opponents, we sit there and we hear you, we don't agree, but it's like, all right, but when you come out here and just take it to the stupid, what fighter handpicked it? I sound like I'm stupid, right? Handpicked 100% of their opponents. First 15, first 20, you're with top rank, Edgar Berlanga. They match you up with the right opponent that makes you look good. But when the real deal starts, you start to see, man, who's going to get exposed and who's not. Crawford has been caught up in the real deal Holyfield, for a long, long time, since 135. That man been out here fighting real deal fights, real deal champions, and doing the business. And if they look like they didn't belong in the ring with him, he proved to the world and to that fighter, you don't belong in here with me. Okay? So people need to just take it easy when it comes to Terence Crawford and disrespecting this man. But I do think Crawford should chill out with his kids. Just go chill, man. Crawford's the kind of guy to go out there and do philanthropy. This man already traveling the world. Y'all just don't hear about it. He go out here, man, doing humanitarian work. He in Africa. He in different places. Crawford out here doing things. They want to see him. And the thing about Crawford, it's not just people like, oh, Africa is a black thing. No, man, it's not a black thing. Crawford go to any 7 continents, anywhere in the world, and get respect. Canelo go to all 7 continents, anywhere in the world, and get respect. Floyd Mayweather, to a certain extent, because they know he could fight. But what messes up Floyd Mayweather is he brags about his money. There's a lot of people, they don't respect that. But as far as boxing, oh, they got all the respect in the world. But as the man himself, they can't get beyond that, so Floyd struggles. Anthony Joshua could go anywhere, all 7 continents, and get love and get respect. Manny Pacquiao can do it. Prince Nassim Hamed can do it. You know, there's Felix Trinidad, Miguel Cotto. There's certain fighters that they got it right, inside the ring and outside the ring. And they're respected and they're welcome, no matter where they go in the world. So Terence Crawford, if he walks away from boxing, this man ain't going to be lonely and bored and sitting there scratching his head and shit, trying to figure out what he's going to do next. Terence Crawford going to be there in the breeze. I tell you what, if I retired 7 years ago, and I've been there in the breeze chilling, not missing a step, enjoying life, stress-free. When I got ready to retire, before I retired, my face used to twitch. My hands were swelling up. I had migraines, man. You know what I'm saying? Just fucking nonstop, man. High stress environments. You know, every day, break glass in cases of emergency moments. We need this. When? As of yesterday. God damn. You know, all those things, but you know, you just learn to roll with the punches and multitask and delegate. You know what I'm saying? I got 15 things I need to get done in an hour. You got to be able to delegate because you can't do it all. So once you learn how to be assertive and utilize your resources, you know, it makes shit easy, but it's still a certain amount of stress. And stress will kill you. Stress will kill you, man. I've seen what it does to people. Eat them alive. Lose weight, drawn up, sick, fucked up, man. I've been through it. I ain't go through it that bad, but I've been through it where it's like, God damn, you just want to come up for air. And this the obligations and the commitments to what you're doing has got a holding you by your ankles and just keep pulling you under. That shit is real. So if I went through it in the capacity that I was serving, I could only imagine these fighters and what they go through. You know what I'm saying? Dealing with the damn fans, dealing with family, dealing with promoters, dealing with managers, dealing with other fighters, just dealing with all the drama, dealing with, you know, fighting with themselves over what they want to do, where they want to go, what they want to eat, if they want to relax. It's just a lot. And when you're able to alleviate, to retire, walk away from what you're doing, and you can alleviate all that stress, you can breathe. I remember the day I started terminal leave. I woke up that morning and I didn't have to put on my uniform. That shit felt weird, but it felt good too. I'm like, damn, after 25 years, I don't have to do this? I was like, damn, this is different. Then, you know, to this day, I still get up 5:30 or so in the morning. My body, I can't change that. My internal clock, I just get up. I can go to sleep at 3. I might ask will get up at 5:30. Isn't that amazing how the body works? So for Terence Crawford, are y'all worried about him? Trust me, that man, the way his body is programmed, he's still going to be out here, man, firing on all cylinders. He ain't going to be laying around. He's not going to be lazy. He's not going to do it. I can't do it. You know what I'm saying? I can't do it. I got to be active. I got to sweat. I got to work out. Watch what I eat. I got to do something. Terence Crawford going to be the same guy. You ain't going to see Terence Crawford balloon up like Prince Nassim Hamed to know 275 pounds. Crawford, man, you won't see it. He may put on, you know, little 10 pounds, 15 pounds, whatever his normal walk-around weight is, that's probably what you'll see. You know what I'm saying? But you ain't going to see Crawford get out of shape. But what you're going to see, this man smiling, showing off 32 teeth, watching his little jubs growing up, getting big and strong and doing some great shit in life. And that's what it's all about at the end of the day. This man sacrificed and did all put in the hard work so his kids would have it easy. Just like what most of us try to do or we have done. And if you're not doing that and you have kids, you need to reassess. And yeah, I don't judge people, but I'm going to tell you my opinion. I think you need to fucking reassess. If you have children, you ain't living for your children, that's just my opinion. And we can argue over that. Call in, 9 o'clock Central Standard Time. Tell me you disagree with me. We can argue over that. Normally I let people talk, but I ain't going to let you come and just talk shit. I'll cut you off. We'll argue over that one. But other than that, I don't care what you say. So Terence Crawford got my respect. I wish that dude the best of luck. And for anyone thinking, oh, he's going to come back. Well, man, yeah, don't hold your breath. But I do think, because Crawford all about that cha-ching-ching, a little bit greedy and shit. You give Crawford $150 million, his ass will be back. And you know what? I don't blame him. You know why? Because we all got a little bit of greed in us. We all got a little Ebenezer Scrooge in us. We will come out here and bah humbug your ass over some money. An ability to snatch $150 million, that was meant for who? Bah humbug. I'm coming in and snatching all the gifts from your ass. I'm taking these. Sorry, I'm up out of here. And that's what Crawford should do. Come back and Ebenezer their ass, but for the right price. For the right price. Get your money. Other than that, go out there and fish with your sons. I do all that shit with my sons, man. Fish with them, chill with them. We be doing sports, everything. A lot of the stuff that man does, I identify. I do the same shit. Do it. Like we don't miss a beat. He got way more resources than me, man. But I got more than enough to do all the great things. And the thing is, you know what? The one thing a lot of y'all have, it ain't even about money, man. Most of the time. Just, you can sit there, man, and have the time of your life with your children right there in your crib. Go right out in the front yard. If you don't have a yard, you can figure it out. Just give that time to your children. But yo, good luck to Terence Crawford, man. 42 wins, 31 KOs, man. 73% KO ratio, 5'9", 75-inch reach. Last fight, Canelo Alvarez put the bing bings on him, got a decision over 12 rounds. Could have knocked him out, but Crawford fought a smart fight. Before that, beat Marjamov, beat Earl Spence, beat Evanescence, beat Porter, beat Brook, beat Kavaliauskas, beat Khan Benavidez Jr., Jeff Horn, and Dongo, man. We can go on and on about Terence Crawford and what he's done. Put some respect on that man's name. Anybody disrespecting him, you know what I got to say to that. Hey, yo, hold your horses. Stop taking it to the stupid. Yo, I'm out. I got some things to do. I'll be on tonight. Keep cool in the breeze.